Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Inside of today's video, going to be showing you guys my favorite brawler for every single rarity inside of Brawl Stars. So a little bit different to the type of videos I do normally, but a lot of you guys wanted to see my favorite brawlers in Brawl Stars. So it'll be interesting to see what your favorite brawlers are as well. And I do play a ton of Brawl Stars, so of course it'll be interesting to see, probably from your point of view, who my favorite brawlers are. So before we jump into it, make sure you're using the creator code. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alright guys, jumping into my favorite trophy road brawler, it has to be Brawl. So there's a ton of fun brawlers in the trophy road section. You got Stu, Colt, Dynamite, even like Brock can be pretty fun. Tick for serial killers is pretty fun, but overall I think Bull actually is my favorite. So it can be a little bit frustrating to play if you're facing off against like a few counters, but I think within Brawl he's really fun to play. You can make so many cool plays, especially if they're like close to a wall. I don't know, I just really like him. I might be a little bit weird for thinking that Bull is like my favorite trophy road brawler, but I'm sure a few of you guys do enjoy playing him too. And as I said, I just really love cycling the supers. I love the Stomper gadget, being able to slow the enemies down and get really close to them, and then cycle your supers again to make like a really cool play. I probably won't be able to showcase like how good I am with Bull inside of this game, but as long as we win, we'll count it as a dub. So somehow, okay, no, managed to get that through. But I was going to say somehow he actually managed to defend that one. Gale, it's pretty annoying for a Bull to face off against, and just because of how bad Bull is in the meta, it may not be as fun for you guys as well. Like sometimes, depending on how strong a brawler is, can actually depend on how fun the brawler is, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I mean, I think even if the brawler is pretty trash, I still have a lot of fun at playing it, so we should be able to... Okay, no, if I didn't actually shoot that, the ball is just going absolutely everywhere. We're going to use the tornado as well to our advantage. I don't even know what I pressed right there, but it's going to be an easy enough goal for us. So Bull, I just really like the supers of being able to make some really cool plays, you know, like shoot it off against a wall, super up, and break a load of walls to make like a cool trick shot. It's just got really fun mechanics for me, but that's going to be Trophy Road. Let's hop into the next rarity. Okay, so next up we have the Rarity, and my favorite brawler has to be Poco. So there's only 4 brawlers to pick from, you know, Barley, Rosa, and El Primo. El Primo can somewhat be fun, but I just think because of how bad he is in the meta, and also I'm a really bad Primo. I don't really have fun with playing Primo. Barley as well, pretty bad in the meta, and overall, like, Barley can be fun for players that are really skilled with him, but I don't really find him too much of a fun brawler to play. And then you have Rosa. Rosa is just bashing auto-aim, but Poco, even though he's like the best brawler in the game, of course he's going to be fun when he's so strong. I used to always love playing Poco, specifically in competitive. Like, cycling your supers is so satisfying, and being that support brawler sometimes can actually be a really fun role. You guys might think I'm a little bit weird for that one, but that's just the whole role I've played whenever I play competitive. So just support brawlers are more so my favorite type of brawlers, so gotta of course bear that in mind with my own opinion, whereas probably a lot of you guys are going to enjoy other brawlers. So I presume that most people will actually have, like, maybe El Primo has their most fun or most favorite rarity brawler. That is such a dumb thing to say. I hate saying that. It's such a tongue twister overall, and it's kind of weird that there's only 4 of that rarity. Maybe they're just gonna burn off that rarity in the future. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever, because only 4 brawlers when there's 60 brawlers in total in that rarity is a little bit weird. So yeah, Mortis just fails that one completely, but we're going to leave that one in because that just sums up Mortis and Brawl. So that's going to be the rarity. Let's hop into the next one. Okay, so now moving into my favorite brawler for the super rare rarity, we have Rico. So Rico is a brawler which, of course, you guys kind of recognize that it's always been one of my favorite brawlers. You can of course see that with my intro, my old intro. I don't really use intro too much anymore, just because I like just getting to the point of the video straight away. But Rico has always been one of my favorite brawlers. Just absolutely loved popping off with him. Even when back in the beta days he used to be such a terrible brawler, I used to always just go to Rico. I don't know, I just really love the fact that of course you can ricochet your shots around walls and just make some really amazing plays with him. Even when he's not been meta, I've just loved him. And of course you guys have watched, well, most of you guys probably have watched my competitive days where I used to always pop off Rico, specifically on maps like Hot Potato, where he's just so fun to play. You can literally make so many amazing team ups with Rico, and that's why I just love him. I love his super, being able to pierce through multiple opponents and just cycle it so easily. So let's see if my teammates can help me here. Okay, Primo can actually throw that one back. So I haven't really got the best matchups here for Rico. You know, Mortis just absolutely destroys me, and I don't think it's really a good map to play him on ladder at the moment. But if it was a much better map, you would probably just see me walk through the opponents so easily because of how fun Rico is to play and how much I've kind of mastered how to play him at the moment. So Max is going to speed up. That should be pretty much a death here. I've still got one more bouncy castle left as well. Just going to pass this to our Mortis, but it should just be an easy walk in for him. No way that they're going to be able to stop him. So that's going to be my favorite brawler for super rarity. If it wasn't Rico, it would be Daryl as well. So it actually was pretty close. I love both of these brawlers, but that's going to be that rarity. Let's hop into the next one. Okay, so next up for the epic rarity, we actually have Pam. So it's pretty close between Pam and Piper. If I was playing competitive and if Piper was actually somewhat meta, I would have probably put Piper here, but I just really love playing Pam at the moment, specifically using her scrap sucker gadget. Don't actually use it to good effect right there, but it's just so satisfying for me to use a Pam and use the gadget on an opponent really close, and they just have no chance against it. I could just love how like semi-aggressive you can be with a Pam, and good Pam players can absolutely pop off and carry the game, where a lot of people may just underestimate Pam, not use it, think that Pam's boring. But if you're the right player and can make the right plays, Pam can absolutely still be one of the most fun brawlers to play. See Primo just jumping up there. That is a pretty wild jump. We're going to use our gadget to remove a little bit of ammo. Primo doesn't have the slowest reload speed, so I won't really get the most value out of that gadget, but we just needed to get the ball as quickly as possible and score a goal. So another reason why I love playing Pam as well is just by doing this. Literally throwing your Pam turret close behind enemy wall is so satisfying. It can get so much damage behind it, and they're just forced to collapse and try and take it down. We're going to pop the gadget again, and it's going to be another easy walk-in. So let me know what your favorite brawler of this rarity is. Pam, so fun to play with a scrap sucker gadget. Let's hop into the next rarity. Alright guys, jumping into my favorite mythic brawler. No surprises here whatsoever. It is Jean. Jean is literally my favorite brawler in the entire game, if you guys were wondering as well. Just absolutely love it. Jean has always been my brawler to go to, specifically in competitive. You know, he's literally a brawler where a lot of people see my skin, well, see this evil Jean skin and just think of me. Like literally everyone might not think that, but I do get that a lot, especially when people are buying the skin. You know, they like tag me on Twitter and whatever else. But yeah, just love this skin. My favorite skin in the game, my favorite brawler in the game. It is just beautiful for the eyes for me. So yeah, I love playing Jean just because you can change the game around so quickly. Specifically when playing like gem grab, for example, you can make some really clutch plays. Brawl, you can make some clutch goals as well. Just love playing Jean, especially when you could just auto aim your pulls like crazy, and especially when you hit pulls like that. Okay, that was pretty risky right there, but of course playing Jean is high risk, high reward, because if you miss a pull, you kind of look like an idiot in the process, right? Like everyone can see the fact that you missed your pull. So I had to pull Tara there to buy the Mortis a little bit of time. Just small little things like that maybe other Jean players don't really do, but you need to use your pulls in different ways that other players don't. Even if you don't build your super back up, you can easily get it in this type of meta. Like, brawlers are going to feed you so easily. So as well, let me know what type of content you want to see on the channel. I always ask this question, but right now, like, I was feeling really good after the update. Like, everything felt fresh, the community felt really revived, and then it just seems to gone downhill in the past week. I don't know what's really happened. Maybe YouTube aren't pushing my videos as much, but I just haven't found the motivation or the ideas really to get some like unique content. Like, I feel like all the exciting content is actually coming out like in the next update, whereas this one, we've got two fun new brawlers, but kind of stuck in that in between. But we're gonna lose that game. I just keep losing on ladders, so we've got to just include this loss in here. Let's hop into the next one. All right guys, so now jumping into my favorite legendary brawler. Of course, we have Leon. So there's a couple of brawlers which people tend to like a lot more, like Spike, Crow, you know, Sandy. All can be brawlers that are pretty fun to play, but for me, Leon will always hold a special place in my heart. So if you guys are OGs, you'll remember when I played Leon literally in, I think it was in Red Bull MEO in Germany, like early 2019 days. This was like 3 years ago, but Leon was incredibly strong when he was first released, and I just found a love for him. Like, I played him so much, learned how to master him, and I just love the ability to cycle supers around, be invisible, and just wreak havoc on the opponents. So I didn't really play too much inside of that one, but Leon has to be one of the most fan favorite brawlers out there. You know, I have so many plushies of him. I've even got a hoodie of Leon as well, if you've seen it in my previous video, in my intro. Like, I just absolutely love this brawler. So that's going to be my favorite legendary. Let's hop into the final one. All right, guys, jumping into the final rarity, we have Chromatic, and my favorite brawler for that rarity, of course, is going to be Surge. So there's a ton of fun brawlers in the Chromatic rarity, just because those are normally like the most unique brawlers, because of course Supercell want you to get that brawl pass. But yeah, Surge is my favorite one, always has been, specifically just because I just love popping off with him. He's been one of my better brawlers. It tends to be like most of my favorite brawlers are the ones that I'm best at, right? I suppose that's probably the same for a lot of other people as well. Brawlers that you're best at are always going to be the ones that you tend to like a lot more, right? And Surge has always been under that category. Always love playing Surge, specifically when he's not even been meta as well. I just love the ability to jump on top of a brawler, cycle your super, just make so many amazing plays with him. So got to actually hold our super here in case Fang does just dash off. We're going to use it now. We're going to pop our gadget as well, and that's going to allow us to get a couple more pieces of ammo, and we should be able to use this turret maybe to get a little bit more damage on this Jessie. No, she's going to tank behind it. Gonna probably kill her right here, getting close to another super as well, so when we do score, hopefully I'm gonna have my super upon respawn. Just a Poco left basically. Okay, no, Crow's not going to pass that one up. Also, let me know what your other favorite Chromatic brawlers are. I would say as well, like Lou, I find strangely satisfying to play. Ruffs, I really like playing Bell. Fang is actually super fun to play. I can see a lot of people liking Fang just because of his ability to cycle his super and bounce off of people like crazy. Specifically when Fresh Kicks was meta, that was so satisfying. I probably would have said Fang then just because of how crazy broken he was. It definitely was a fun brawler to play. So you can see there, that's why I love Surge. The ability just to pop off in moments like that. Not a lot of brawlers actually have that capability. So again, just going to use my super again to just fly around the map as much as possible. And when you have your damage gear active as well, you deal like 2k damage per shot. That is nasty. Specifically when you're on that final upgrade, it's going to be really hard for the enemy team to really tank any of your shots. So going to try and help this Mortis score here. Going to use my super to dash up. That's going to get me killed, so maybe a little bit too wild there, but we tried to end the video a little bit early, and looks like Fang is going to make a good getaway. We need to just close him down as soon as possible, because as you know, he hasn't got any more gadgets left. I was thinking if he had another gadget left, he probably could have scored quite easily. We're going to try and kill this Poco. Just a Jessie left. We're going to jump on her and kill her, and that's going to be well, not really an easy win, but a good pop-off moments for us. So that's going to be the end of today's video. As I mentioned earlier, let me know of any videos you want to see, whether those are fun videos, whether those are really informative videos. I want to make sure I'm switching it up as much as possible, because it seems like the popularity of the game has kind of drastically gone down quite a bit. Maybe I'm overreacting a little bit, but just judging off my views and also other creators' views, it seems like people have kind of fallen out of love with the update already, and it's only 30 days left until the season, so hopefully we can revive a little bit of hype back on the channel and in Brawl Stars. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.